Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, where we're going to be making a couple stops before actually continuing the main quest after so very long. I don't even know how long it's been since I've done a main quest area, or how long I've been spending exploring from the open worlds, going from one open world to the next until it is done. Until it is done. But before we do that, we're gonna do a little. We're doing a few rounds around the place, seeing if anybody else has things to talk about.
Thank you.
Like Iron Bull here. See if Iron Bull has anything new to say.
Good to see you, boss.
Nothing.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Good talk. I'm glad I came to see how. Krem, how are you doing?
Commander Cullen did good work at Adamant. Breached those walls like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by the way.
Good talk.
Talk later.
All right, who else is in this place? I think Cole is here, and
Your worship.
Sarah. Sarah, how goes it?
I hear Vashel was good pay for you, Inquisitor. Time to go see if my friends came through too. Got a location for a stash. Hopefully something nice for my trouble. Well, your trouble. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. Be sure to bring your empty pockets.
Let's go now.
I'm ready if you are.
Always, yeah. My favorite part, this. Let's go see what friends can get us.
Yep, might as well do this now while we're going around talking to everybody. I don't necessarily remember what she was planning to do, but then again, that's the problem when your game is 80 hours. I think I'm at over 70 hours, actually, at the moment, in the game. And your plot points are just spread out throughout the entire
Wait, this is weird.
story.
What? I was expecting a village or something. The people that leave me stuff don't trek out to places like this. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but surprise, surprise, I don't know stupid woods or ruins. What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Quiet yourself. We're here to help.
Help? Had enough help. I complain about a fight and suddenly I'm an agent or something.
You were the one with the rumor out of Vashel. My friend.
You're her. You're the one he's waiting for. It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
Right. Wrong order. That's fine. Level 11s. I almost feel bad for them.
Oh, hold on. I was not aware the Inquisitor was personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheath our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this piss bag. He started it.
Who are you?
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? We identified the confusion, and we worked past it. I'm Lord Pel Harmond. I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue to respond to reason. After all, your choice of company is hardly virtuous.
Freaking user you are. Another noble prick who punches down.
We're the same, you and I.
Oh, God.
Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me. But we both need people.
Okay, I'm not a big fan of the cliche. We're the same, you and I. Anytime somebody says that, but I retract my previous statement. I feel like it actually works kind of well here, simply because he's like, "Oh, I'm just going to try to appeal to." Oh, wait, no, I'm actually better than you. But we need to stand side by side. But most of the time, when the cliche we're much alike, you and I, is usually the phrasing. And anytime somebody says that, those exact words, it's kind of groan-worthy. But I feel as though the groan in this case is easily applied to this noble. That's my ally you attacked.
You want to talk now, but Sarah is my ally. You attacked her friends.
Come now. You know how much her meddling cost me? Because apparently you were complicit. Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you'd also been tricked by these red jennies. Despite your foreign nature, as Inquisitor, you are a social peer. I attacked them on behalf of us both.
Arse biscuit.
Quiet. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to be your enemy. I'm barely invested in being hers. If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
An opportunity for what?
You were up to something in Vishel, Harmond. What was it?
If you mean bettering my wealth and position, I'm always seeking that.
By getting people hurt?
Lady Shell Morveau and I were jockeying for the land south of Vershel. To claim land, you must populate it. My people encouraged hers to leave. Her people answered in kind, etc. Really, it was all terribly standard displacement until your troops seemed to change the balance. Well played.
Stop talking to him. Really, just stop it.
The servants you killed, they did nothing except talk about what was going on.
You killed my contacts. My friends.
That is entirely true.
Well, that should be that then.
You're the one who empowered them, made their complaints a threat. Perhaps you should have warned them about talking to you.
Tell the snot splash no already. Not saying again.
What?
Now what was the point of that?
Mother puss bucket, friggin' bastard, shitebag pissface. Eat it, you lop-eared son of an arsenal, rots
Sarah!
a piece of...
Sarah!
What?
I think he's dead.
I think you're done. At this point, you're making wine.
Ugh, that makes it worse. Friends, Inquisitor. Better than his lot any day.
I think I vaguely remember this quest line. It's just been so long. We were doing various operations for Red Jenny. Like, I wonder what else that this game could have done to kind of streamline a lot of these side quests
Hey, you.
instead
Know
of
what?
disperse them
Thanks.
throughout.
Felt good to stomp the smile off that pisshead's face. It doesn't go bad like that often, yeah? But when it does, they deserve it.
Risky, but keep it within the Inquisition and I'll support you.
Even though there's puckered around us?
Even so.
Well, good then. Right, what do you mean? Because I am really not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
We'll have some differences, but I want to be one of your friends.
You're pretty big to be one of my contacts. Important, I mean, not fat. But all right, Inquisitor. You're on my good side. We'll see if it lasts.
Look, I know I'm not wearing the outfit that looks like it's painted on. I may have gained some weight, but I'm still fighting.
They
Sure it's muscle?
Together, but instead they were bound by light.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
We can do without talking to Cole. Let's see, I think Cassandra might be out here, and then Blackwell is on the other side of the yard. But we can fast travel to Blackwell. Cassandra!
Planning troop movements now.
I'm trying to imagine what it will look like when we're done. All of this once belonged to the Tevinter Imperium. Andraste changed that, as did the Blights. As for what will come next, I cannot guess the Maker's plan.
We make the world a better place.
Because everyone agrees on what better means. I know I want a world where people trust the Chantry and that trust is respected. I want to respect tradition, but not fear change. I want to right past wrongs, but not avenge them. And I have no idea if my wanting these things makes any of them right.
Even if they're not right, they're certainly admirable.
Some would disagree. They would call it heresy.
That didn't sound like the ravings of a heretic, Cassandra.
Perhaps not. But it takes precious little effort to paint even an act of compassion as damaging. Tell me, what guides you? You make decisions that shake the world, yet always seem so assured. I wish I had your confidence.
I wonder who decided on that camera angle where she would be leaning against a window and you have her on the left side of the camera and then the wall. Like, you could have had the camera very, very slightly to the left and then she would be leaning against a window and then you would have the view of the rest of Skyhold.
You almost sound like you admire me.
I absolutely do. I may not always agree with your decisions.
Just a little bit more
but
to the
how many
left,
could
camera.
do what you have done?
Like,
You were a prisoner, accused and reviled, yet you've emerged from every trial victorious. The Maker's grace does not make you immortal. You live or die by your own hand. That is worthy of admiration.
See, this camera angle's good.
I'm guided by what my conscience tells me.
Your conscience must speak more clearly than mine.
I doubt it, but I do my best.
Think of it. Like Andraste long ago, once again the fate of Thedas will be determined by a woman. It makes me proud to know you.
I hope we can call each other friends.
I hope so too. We still have a long road to travel, Inquisitor. Wherever it takes us, I'm glad you're here.
I still don't get the fact that sound is often based on wherever the camera is pointing, rather than its location in respect to you. Like, when the camera is outside the window, you can hear the wind passing by. When the camera is inside the window, it can't. But most of the time, when you're roaming around and doing stuff, if your camera is pointed at that tree, even though my character is standing next to Cassandra, you might not hear Cassandra speak. And it's true for a lot of games. Like, more games than you think. Like, the way that audio is processed and the way that audio is presented to you.
Good book.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't read. Reading
Wait,
is for suckers.
Are you blushing?
What
I'm
would I
definitely
have
not
to blush
reading
about?
Varric's novel.
You tell me.
It's of no interest to you, I'm certain. It's a book.
I can see that.
It's one of Varric's tales. Swords and Shields, the latest chapter.
So you've read them all, though.
The latest chapter meaning you've read them all?
Not since this all began. We've been busy.
That's just her favorite.
Nobody asked you to winter.
I couldn't finish the last one you lent me. I actually feel dumber for having tried.
It's literature. Smutty literature. Whatever you do, don't tell Varric.
Maybe I should read that book.
You? No!
Why not me?
You're the Inquisitor.
Oh.
It's too smutty for you.
They're terrible. And magnificent. And this one ends in a cliffhanger. I know Varric is working on the next. He must be. You could ask him to finish it. Command him to... Pretend you don't know this about me.
Don't mind me, I will sit in public and continue reading this book.
It's good to see you.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
All right. All right, let's go talk to Blackwell, see if he has anything new to say. Oh, you're right there.
Yes?
Good talk.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Okay, let's talk to Varric about his new novel, and then we will go into the War Council room and send out some operations, and then actually continue the story.
I can spare some time. What do you need?
I've got a... personal question.
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem. Something you wanted to talk about?
Cassandra is waiting for the next issue of Swords and Shields.
I must have heard that wrong. It sounded like you just said that Cassandra read my books.
What's so surprising about that?
You have met Cassandra, haven't you? Wait, did you say the romance serial? Oh, she'll be waiting for a while then. I haven't finished it and wasn't planning to. That book is easily the worst I've ever written. The last issue barely sold enough to pay for the ink.
Well, Cassandra seems to be hooked on it.
And I honestly thought a hole in the sky was the weirdest thing that could happen. So, you want me to finish writing the latest issue of my worst serial for Cassandra? Oh, that's such a terrible idea. I have to do it. On one condition. I get to be there when you give her the book.
You've got a deal.
I'll get to work then. You know, the fact that the book is terrible just makes it more worthwhile somehow.
All right. Oh, he already has the final, or the next chapter written. All right, Cassandra, I've got a book for you.
What have you done now?
I get it, Seeker. You're still sore after our spat.
I'm not a child, Varric. Do not suggest I am without reason.
A peace offering. The next chapter of Swords and Shields. I hear you're a fan.
This is your doing.
Oh, yes. Do you really think I'd miss this?
Well, if you're not interested, you're not interested. Still needs editing anyhow.
Wait!
I need to find out what happens next.
You're probably wondering what happens to the Knight Captain after the last chapter.
Nothing should happen to her. She was falsely accused.
Well, it turns out the guardsman...
Don't tell me!
This is the part where you thank the Inquisitor. I don't normally give sneak peeks, after all.
Impressive how he already had it physically bound. With cover art. And a 5-star review from somebody.
Varric's the one you should be thanking.
I am but a humble servant to my loyal readers.
I wonder if I have time to read the first part.
Don't forget to tell all your friends, if you have any.
She's got one, at least.
Completely worth it.
Me? 2, maybe, if you're one of them. Three, maybe, with Josephine. 4, maybe, with Cullen. Sure, there's a lot of maybes in this list. Maybe her and Sarah have been getting along. They've been getting along better. All right, let us summon the War Council, send out some operations. First off, I sent these resource quests like 3 episodes ago, I think. Sister Liliana, none of our agents have seen the hero of Ferelden, but our normal worker led us to scattered references of him passing through the area. It will take a serious commitment of resources, but we can attempt to contact him. Sister Regine.
Let's see what we have.
Skywatcher, the Avar healer we encountered in the Fallow Mire, is evidently respected across many holds as a wise and practical man. He has expressed an interest in seeing Stone Bear Hold. Having him pay the hold a visit on behalf of the Inquisition might garner more respect with them. Josephine. Yeah, sure, why not?
At your service.
Surely the Inquisitor cannot be part of such things. It seems a base prank to intentionally disrupt such an affair. A memo from Josephine written on a letter from Sarah. This guy is a special prick, swats his people around, thinks his sovereigns pay for it, embarrass him at his own party, and you please a dozen people with keys and little else. Sarah. A date and time are scribbled below, also in a Orlesian mask with other masks for eyes. Weird. I can have Colin work on that. Wicked eyes and wicked hearts. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halamshiral, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corypheus's assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Orlais if we hurry.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding?
Okay.
At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
One thing to note about this specific part of the game is it is timed.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Okay, so we probably don't want him in charge.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
So it could be the elf, it could be the general.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
All I'm imagining is, like, if Celine actually weds somebody, would they really be around her at all times? At all times? Uncomfortably so?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
I did not realize Gaspard was in the middle of a civil war against Celine.
Openly march troops to the palace.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside, but it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word, and we'll begin.
We shall begin. Let's bring Sarah, Cassandra, and Solus. Our usual group. But yeah, every section is on a timer. I'm expected to explore, search for evidence, search for clues. But I only have so much time to do it. I don't remember if they actually give you a timer, or if the timer is kind of invisible.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies, or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Also, I believe your character gets an awesome outfit to wear.
It is a great pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavellen. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
And we've got the Inquisition regalia to participate in the ball.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to
Gaspard,
shock
are you
walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
Gaspard, your mask is dumb. I do not like how pointy the nose is.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
You're a woman after my own heart, my lady. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
Tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy.
That ambassador, Briala, used to be a servant of Celine's. That is, until my cousin had her arrested for crimes against the Empire to cover up a political mistake.
So there might be personal reasons for the ambassador to be upset with Celine.
She certainly has reason.
Briala
Be as
might
discreet
be
as
the
possible.
assassin.
I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage? Oh, make her forbid.
This is Gaspard's idea of a joke.
Orlesian nobility looks down on elves. The court watches you with a critical eye. Oh, great. Noblewoman.
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot
Rabbit?
go into the ball without it.
That sounds serious.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know. Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
You just gained court approval, which is usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. The higher court approval is the better.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
Enjoy the party.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A Dalish? No, that cannot be.
Okay, you can't disapprove of me twice for the same reason.
Gaspard never struck me as pious. You must think he gains a military advantage with the Inquisition. It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Oh, Hala statues. Forgot about that. I need Hala statues in order to open specific doors. There we go.
Where has that servant gone? Elves always shirking their duties.
Okay, I'm not in Skyhold. I should remember.
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
All right.
Interesting.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
I have absolutely no idea what I just picked up. A Caprice coin. Scandalous documents. All right. A lot of things to collect. Just because we're in a new area, we might as well collect more things.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
At the very least, we have unique things to collect that are unique to this specific area and region, rather than the same things to collect that have been collecting the whole game, but still more collecting stuff. Open the gates. Let me in.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal.
This is...
When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you.
This area of the game was one of my favorite parts when playing it the first time. So I'm a little excited.
It might be a good idea for the others to hear this warning.
Especially Sarah. Ah, damn
Maybe
it.
tell her twice.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
Are those your discreet words? But yeah, like I feel like this particular setting, like they had a very specific thing they wanted to do, which is to present the idea that you're entering this world of political intrigue, where everybody's just kind of trying to get the advantage over everybody else. And I think this section, they did well. And that's one of the things that makes all the open world sections even more of a drag, is because they are just way too big and way too unfocused. So once you finally get to the focused parts of the story, I'm like, like this is the good stuff. This is the good stuff.
Barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready. It will take some time to get our men.
If nothing else, the Inquisition back in Gaspar will make Celine nervous.
Without what?
You know how pious she is.
Am I talking to you, or am I just hitting the A button? Royal Wing Key. We don't have the Royal Wing Key. Also, this is quite the sizable vestibule. The Grand Library of Helm Shiral. The Winter Palace's collection of book is one collection of book. They only have one book. Is one of the world's largest. Only the library of the University of Orlais and the Imperial Palace Library compare. Famed cabinet maker Gustave of Bellefontaine designed and built the shelves. The finest examples of his marquetry technique still in existence. As Adele might say, locked from the other side.
Boring.
I heard the Grand Duke.
There's a Christopher Lee movie
Boring.
called The Devil Rides Out, I think is what it's called. And in that movie, there's a sequence where Christopher Lee's character shows up at a party, and he's maneuvering himself around the party to try to eavesdropping on different people at the party to try to gather what's going on without necessarily people catching him for being a stranger in a place where they wouldn't expect him to be, without catching on that he's eavesdropping. So you see him making his way throughout the party, and it's really a well-done shot. It's a one shot of him, and he's kind of just slowly maneuvering his way, stopping to kind of like pull out a pipe. And then he moves his way onward a little bit deeper, cleaning out the pipe in a different spot, listening to another couple people. Like, the movie's very cheesy, very campy overall, and it has two of my favorite quotes of all time. And one of those quotes being, "It's the goat of Menzies, the devil himself." And the other quote is, one of the characters says, "Thank God it's over." And Christopher Lee's character goes, "Yes, it is he who you should thank." That's just great stuff. But, like, that shot in the movie, I felt was really well done for such a film that is filled with these, like, campy scenes and cheesy special effects. It was also nice to see Christopher Lee play as a good guy. He tends to play a lot of villains, but that one he's actually is not a villain. He's the good guy, and that he's out to save the day. Why do you have a scroll strapped to your back, sir? It's not even strapped to your back. It's just there. How am I even carrying my weapons most of the time?
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Lavellen.
And there's the Empress, Celine.
Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pentagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra.
Cousin, my dear sister.
I interrupted that.
Grand Duke,
I kind of feel like I should reload.
when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities.
You never could expect an Inquisition.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Liliana? Also looking quite dashing in your regalia.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Want for anything?
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do
Oh,
more work.
Josephine.
You always take her side. Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montiel.
Oh, a pleasure.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? You and Josephine are going to elope and move to the Anderfells and join the Grey Wardens and fight Darkspawn? I want to know.
Rumors exaggerate many things, Lady Yvette.
It sounded so romantic.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and... Yvette. Stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
I can't even tell you a single story.
Yvette, that's absurd.
Sir, I didn't see you... Sir, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Bonus points if you get the reference. How's the evening?
Enjoying the ball?
I see many of...
Didn't I just say there was a timer involved?
But the Empress is
I'm sure the game will warn me when the timer starts.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
I got nothing from that.
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with apostates?
You just know that will end
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated. But the timing
Squire.
is atrocious.
He's a she.
Why would she do
As a
such a
bastard.
thing now?
Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Thoughts on suspects?
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
Ooh, what is this? No.
I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens.
Let's see. Locked from the other side.
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
Okay, that was just Josephine again. Ooh. There is nothing out here.
Have you heard from your nephew?
Are you married, Commander?
Not since his regiment
I'm
joined the fighting.
Married to my work.
Still single, then? Please, Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Any advice?
Do you have any advice?
Elysian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
You have admirers.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk later.
I'll wait your seat.
I've been trying to come up with poetry due to the poetry book comment. The best I've got right now is violets are blue, blueberries are also blue, many things are blue. Have a good day.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
All right.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you.
Also, I did not realize that Liliana is
Points
taller.
the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up
Is
to
she
something,
taller?
but she can't be
It depends on the
obvious.
camera.
The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic.
Okay, that seems a
I've
bit
had dealings with her
untrustworthy.
in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to
Okay,
turn
that
it
woman
on
who is
with
standing
source of
absolutely
real
perfectly
political
still in the
power.
background.
When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating.
She's
Can't be sure of
stuck,
anything here.
frozen
Both
in
leads
time.
point
Everybody else
toward
is
the
shifting
guest
back and forth.
It's a promising place to start.
Okay,
I'll
stop
coordinate
paying
with our
attention to
side
the
to see if
frozen
I can find
woman.
anything
Go to
better.
the guest room.
I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Yeah, she's still stuck. Look at her. Trapped forever. She looks exactly like the woman she's standing right next to. I guess if everybody's wearing such... Yeah, Solus is there. There's the trophy room. But we don't need to go in there just yet.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
Why are you walking directly through the candles? Where do I...
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one off the garden. Statuette.
Solus! How have you been? Your hat is dumb.
Power, intrigue, danger, and sex that permeates these events.
You seem more comfortable with a Grand Orlesian ball than I'd have expected.
I have seen countless such displays in my journeys in the Fae. The powerful have always been the same. Only the costumes change.
Have you seen anything useful?
No, sadly. I do not have the look of one of the elven servants, or I might well be invisible. I wonder how masked men live their lives without ever seeing that servants have an entire society of their own. If you want to find something useful, I would pay attention to what the servants do.
I'll be back.
And well.
The last two people we sent to the servants' quarters have failed to report.
Gaspard is wasting his time.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important. The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
Um...
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
Are you also triplets?
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help her defeat the Duke.
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain by any means, Inquisitor.
The support of the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiations are concluded.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspard is hopelessly out of his depth.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
Thanks. How do you know which person is going to say what next?
Did you need something?
Where am I listening closely? Oh.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
Oh. A red Jenny stash.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Is that her? Interesting.
Okay, so there's a path I can go down there. There's Solace there. There's a purple quest marker here.
Inquisitor Llewellyn, don't head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one elf's gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Roaming about?
Philip is a jerk.
Awfully selfish of this Philippe, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the Council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
So what is this purple thing that I'm supposed to be looking for in this area of the,
There must be something here.
There must be?
Well, well. What's this?
Clara, kitchen staff, entered servant's wing by main stair 130. Vernon, undergardener, entered servant's wing from hall 245. Sophie, chambermaid, entered servant's wing from hall 322. Marius, footman, entered servant's wing by main stair 345. Briala, we need immediate support down there. Something's gone wrong.
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the...
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
Inquisitor Lavellon, is there something I can do for you? I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to Her Imperial Majesty.
Are you here to chronicle the events of the evening for posterity?
Oh, yes. This is a momentous occasion. The first meeting between the Grand Duke and Her Majesty since the war began. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail, it is an important moment in the history of the Empire.
Good evening, Lady Marcelette.
Another time, perhaps.
Well, keep up the good work. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Let's see what this is before we worry about climbing up.
I had no idea.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
I have no idea what scandalous secret I've just acquired. What quest is here? Why can't I look at this quest in the map any closer? Wait. There we go. Ah, Caprice coin. Ah, but we don't have the key to the servants' quarters. Alright, I guess we're going to have to climb the vines. That is going to be our main... Nobody will notice us doing this. Somehow. Exploring the off-limits spaces of the palace can yield rewards, but take care not to be gone too long. When you're absent for the party, people notice the court approval will drop. Okay, this is what I mean. Nope. Ah, I need more Hala statues.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Okay, we're down to 43. We've lost 1 point. Hala statue. Excellent. Another secret. Oh. Lady M, I need you at my side tonight. The unpleasantness in the royal wing has convinced me that there is no safety within the palace. I do not expect my cousin to employ magic, but I would hardly be surprised if he provoked another infestation, since my court enchanter is not here to assist me. I must rely entirely upon you. There is no one else I can trust. Celine. Nope. Stop jumping. Do I need this for some reason? Oh, hello. I don't know how much of this is going to help me in this particular section, but interesting that I found that. Do I need something from... Another scandalous legal document. Yeah, and there's the other side. Ooh. Like, I would also say this area is meant to be a little confusing to explore. But the, like, the constant danger of losing favor. Oh, hold on. Grandchildren of the Emperor. Huh. I'm not sure what else I can do up there. Ah.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all.
Is there a place for me to eavesdrop? That I'm not aware of? Yes.
Boring.
Alright, another Caprice coin.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
Gaspard is your nephew?
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard.
Also,
Never
your
listened,
heels are
never did
really
what he
high.
was told.
Everybody has these high heels.
All his life we told him he would be emperor. It was his destiny, his duty. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny?
Have you noticed anything strange this evening?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
Another time, my lord.
Alright, well, at least my court approval has gone up. Okay, that's just the trophy room. We don't care about that. Alright, where are we? There's Cassandra. That door is closed off. You do not care to talk. That's fine. What? Oh yeah, I need the royal wing key to get there. Is this the other way into the library? It seems like the quest still wants me to go here. But I haven't seen anything. Like, there doesn't really seem to be anything for me to find. Oh, hello. Still has not changed. The direction that I seem to be traveling. Like, is that the door that I'm trying to open? Oh, people are dead. Celine, we can discuss this like adults, can't we? We both know the weapon at Briala's disposal could not only turn the tide of our war, but every war. The Empire must control it. I do not believe you disagree. She is now a greater threat to Orlais than anything else. If you and I work together, we can wrest control away from her. Do not deceive yourself that she will be open to negotiation or diplomacy. You know her better than anyone. You know that's impossible.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
All right. I guess let us return to the ballroom. See what proceeds next at this party. I still have to investigate the servants' quarters, but I'm not entirely sure where the servants' quarters are.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith.
Ma'am?
Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself.
I've been waiting for you.
What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
You know, maybe it's her presence that also makes this region stand out.
I'm here on important business concerning the entire Empire.
As am I, it seems. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace.
Well, not every
Perhaps
dark corner.
You and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet, if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Is the Empress safe now?
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. It would be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Ma'am. Okay, where does that key go? Alright, I can go into the servants' quarters. Find things there. I completely forgot that Morgan was the apostate mage working for Celine. It's been so long since I've played this game the first time that in some ways it almost feels like it's a fresh playthrough. In some ways, not completely. But I think it also has helped me that I've played through the entirety of 1 and 2 within the last year or so. Like, all of Dragon Age is now fresh to my mind, relatively fresh to my mind, to this point.
Caught in the middle of this crap.
Oh my gosh. Really, video game? You're going to make me do all of this. What was it? Hacken's Mercy. Dirk. This bow. You've got that one, I think. No. This one. Hacken's Honor. Actually, that's new. I haven't even bothered equipping that. And the Vigorous Great Shield. You have Hacken's Wisdom. Let's see, Stone Stock Coat. And sure, that one. Maybe that one. And... oh wait, this is Sarah. And that one. Sandra, that one. And... then Solus. Which one was the one that, oh no, that was an item, I think. Maybe. Yeah, his ring is what makes him invisible in combat.
Fully qualified arsehole stops to kill a cook.
Ah. How will I get... how do I get up there? Excellent. The Servant's Wing. Very excited. Oh. Oh. Hold on. Never mind. I can just fall off there. Since I took that box up to the Grand Apartments, 9 people have subtly tried asking me where the vault is, including a couple of Chevaliers, the 5th Undergardener, and one of the Grand Duchess's footmen. I'm not mad enough to tell. This is a lot of dead people. Celine, you've got a problem going on in your home.
There must be something here.
You're correct. There was a Hala statue. Alas, there's no way to keep up approval forever.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This guy's way too fancy to belong down here. What's his story?
That's what I said.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
Hello.
Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader.
Wait, hold on. You guys are level 15.
The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Nope. I don't have time for elf roots. Okay, I feel like I'm going way off track. Is whatever I'm looking for over here? Like the fact that there is the reputation-based timer. Does make it does add a little bit of stress and anxiety to the search of stuff. Oh. I passed it by somehow? Or is it this staircase going up? Ah, yeah, because I'm trying to track this Harlequin. This Harlequin assassin. With any luck, my reputation will maintain itself for long enough for me to get to him. Oh. Was that enough? No. Ah, a hollow statue. Oh, did we discover Gaspard is the...
Fancy meeting you here.
Is the bad... Who are you?
Inquisitor Llewellyn. Slumming in the servants' quarters with the rest of your people, for once. We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
I'm glad to meet you finally, Ambassador.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. It will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people.
Marble being a very porous stone.
So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers, but killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
The Empress needs to know what's going on.
You can try to warn her. She won't believe anything from me. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
Call it
No.
politics or the game or whatever. That's personal hate. Huh.
Oh. Ah. Will it conveniently return me to my proper uniforms when I'm back into the palace proper? Also, is Briala telling us the complete truth? Also, what has Morgan been up to since Dragon Age Origins? Find out next time, because I'm going to be stopping here for the night. Got any suggestions for something to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.